President Mearns, distinguished trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, and members of the extended Ball State family, dating back 100+ years, I might add. It's good to be with you all here today to celebrate this prestigious university's centennial graduating class. It's a profound and historical honor for me as governor of the great state of Indiana to be here on this day and to have a role in your celebration, a real source of pride for all of us, for the graduates, for the parents, maybe most of all, friends. We all realize we didn't arrive at this place alone. This will be a day I shall never forget. And as the president just alluded to, being in Muncie and at Ball State, it has become somewhat of a family affair for me. You see, my brother-in-law, Judd, is a direct descendant of E.B. Ball and now serves as the president of the Ball Brothers Foundation. And yes, even closer to home, my beautiful bride, Janet, has earned 2 degrees from Ball State, and she reminds me of that too occasionally. That's worth a chirp if ever there was one. So when President Mearns and the trustees extended an invitation to participate in this ceremony with you, of course, I was going to say yes anyway, but it wasn't like I had much choice in the matter. And what a matter it is. This is a milestone ceremony for one of our nation's flagship institutions, and it being the centennial graduating class makes it extra special still. And when I think about how far Indiana has advanced over this last century, a lot of who we are and what we've become as a state is because of this university and the 99 classes of graduates who came before you all. Like a lot of Indiana's success stories, it's rooted in modesty. Think back, rewind the tape. 1 building, 300 students, 5 fields of study. But today, Ball State is a globally recognized university with over 22,000 students, almost 200,000 alumni worldwide, 190 undergraduate programs, plus another 140 graduate programs. And 100 buildings, 1 for each year, you might say, spread across this beautiful, growing campus of intellect. It's a proud past and an important legacy, a legacy that now you all carry on. Commencements are one of those few moments in our lives where we are different beforehand and afterwards, fundamentally different. Birth, marriage, graduation, when your kids are born, these are some of life's lines of demarcation. And after these events, you're in a distinctively new phase, you might say a new chapter in your lives. Yesterday, you were all students. Today, you're honorees, having achieved something truly worth celebrating. And tomorrow, well, that's up to you, because you'll be off and running in your own lives on many different paths, scattering from this place which has served you all so well. And exactly because of the education and nourishment, what you've been immersed in here at Ball State, you've got a fantastic head start. But don't run too far, because Indiana needs you, and Indiana wants you, every single one of you. Because I know the type of graduates Ball State produces. I know what you bring to the table. You are difference makers, force multipliers, doers, grinders, innovators, collaborators. You are the secret ingredient to Indiana's bright future. And I must commend your sense of timing. Although for many of you, I think it was your parents who had more to do with that, but regardless of who gets credit, we'll share it. In the entire 202-year history of our state, there has never been a more exciting and empowering time to be a Hoosier, or Cardinal, perhaps is more fitting, than there is right now. And that's, again, due in large part to Ball State and the incredible mark Ball State graduates have had and are having on our state. You see it in the buildings designed by Ball State graduates. You hear it from the educators produced by the Ball State Teachers College. You read about it from the Ball State entrepreneurs who have created the very businesses that are transforming lives and the communities in which they live. You feel it from the artists, from the broadcasters, from the nurses. Their impact is everywhere, and we need more of it, and that is precisely where you all come in. So I'm going to personally ask each of you for 4 favors. Not to be too overly dramatic here, but as I see it, the future is in your hands. So no pressure, but here goes. First, stay in Indiana. This is important. You'll make your parents happy too, by the way. Do what the Ball brothers did 100 years ago and find a way to give back to better our state. If that's the only thing that you take from what I share this morning, it'll be worth it. And by the way, my successors for the next 100 years will appreciate it as well. Okay, now that we've got that settled on and you're agreeing to stay here, I'll move on to 2. Second, pursue a career that you are passionate about. Find something, anything that excites you, that stretches you, and puts this Ball State degree to work for you. You already earned a world-class education here at Ball State. Now you can begin a meaningful vocation that will lead you on to that next big thing right here in the heart of the heartland. Reach for that vocation that is as close to a vacation as it possibly can be, so that you enjoy waking up every day and getting at it. Third, meet someone and fall in love. And well, you know what happens next. Start a family. I told you we need more Cardinals. Okay? So raise them here and raise them with lots of love and teach them how to live generously. Teach them how to be kind and nice, how to aspire and inspire. Just like I hope all of you will each of your days ahead. In fact, carry on those enduring values that President Mearns just recited: excellence and integrity, inclusiveness, social responsibility, and gratitude. Those are all worthy pursuits, no matter where you end up. And Maybe more importantly, during the pursuit itself. And the fourth thing that I will ask of all of you, although you probably won't like this as much as the first three, but it, I think, can be the difference maker. I ask each of you to fail. Not permanently fail, but fail while pushing it to the max. You know where I'm going with this. At the risk of sounding like your dad, I'm going to say it anyway. You'll learn more from some of your failures than you probably will from all of those easy, safe, comfortable victories. Wins are great, and you're going to rack them up, I know, and you'll work hard for them, and you'll celebrate them. Today is proof positive of that. But you'll have failures too. So fail fast and get back up. Get back on track, on your horse, ride, embrace it, gain confidence from it, dance like nobody is watching. Or if you're like me and not Alexandra, sing like no one's listening. Because if you aren't failing, chances are you aren't breaking new ground, reaching for what's temporarily just out of your grasp, or making new discoveries, or exploring new places and faces. But don't just take it from me. Look at Lincoln, or Jordan, or Oprah, or Letterman, legends all, or anyone up here on the stage. We've all come up short. But you don't lose until you quit trying. The precursors of this prominent university failed too. The Eastern Indiana Normal School shuttered after about 2 years, reopened a year later, and then failed again. Was purchased and reopened, but defaulted on the mortgage. And you guessed it, failed again. Then 100 years ago, the Ball brothers bought this foreclosed institution, made some changes, learned from the past, learned from those lessons. And the rest, as they say, is history. And you're continuing to make it. That's what's so exhilarating, because the journey won't always be in this straight line. It seldom is. And those twists and turns along the trail, it's what gives a full life breadth and depth, and your mission a higher meaning. Plus, you have advantages that the Ball brothers never had. You have more processing power in your hand than NASA deployed when they sent a man to and from the moon. You have more ability to instantly connect with more knowledge and people and markets than Einstein, Columbus, or Gates ever could. Science tells us you will all live longer on average than Mozart, Madam C.J. Walker, or the Delaware that first called this home. In fact, with the power of medicines and cures that are out there on the horizon, I wonder how many of these graduates will be around to witness Ball State's bicentennial. Wrap your brain around that. It's probably going to happen. The question is, for you graduates, what will you do with this power? In a world where there are more cell phones than toothbrushes, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but in that world, I'm betting you will soar like the cardinal you are. Because you got this, and I know with the skills that you're equipped with now, you get to determine your destiny, especially if you do those 4 things. Stay in Indiana, pursue your passion, fall in love, and embrace the opportunities that follow any temporary setback. Do those 4 things, and you will be well on your way to not only a successful life, but to solving the meaning and the mystery of life itself. Graduates, I know I don't need to stand here and tell you what an amazing world awaits you. And because I'm in a Ball state of mind, I know that means much success is coming your way. So onward and upward, go forth and let your power be a force for good. Thank you and congratulations. You are all alumni today. Thank you.